Hi guys, good morning. Just got out of the shower here from my workout and then my sauna. I absolutely love going to the sauna that's nearby. So if you're close to me, let me know and I can let you know where I go because it's amazing. They have in two infrared saunas, vibe plates, a like these sock compression things. They are amazing. I tried them today. They're so cool. And then like a red light full body bed. It is so cool. All right, so today we're going to talk about how it's never too late to get stronger. Okay, a lot of people think like, hey, I'm older now, it's too late to get stronger, or why do I need to get stronger? I don't want to get bulky. Like all of these things I've heard, right? With clients. My knees hurt, I can't work out. My elbows hurt, I can't work out. I can't do that because this hurts or that hurts, or I don't have the time. Well, to be honest, let's make that a priority. Let's make you a priority, especially with the moms. I work with a lot of moms, and it's hard to make ourselves a priority. It is very hard to do that, especially with the mindset of like, well, I take care of everybody else. Like, I just don't have the time to take care of myself. No, you're very important to take care of yourself. Okay, so what if I told you that getting stronger, even if you're starting from zero, is absolutely possible, right? Your body can rebuild, your body can get stronger and it can improve. Your heart can become healthier, which is awesome. Like women die. The number one cause of death is cardiovascular health and heart disease for women. It's not cancer, it's heart disease for women. So, cardiovascular health is so important, okay? And it's never too late to begin because too many people believe that aging is inevitable. Well, I just know like, hey, I'm gonna have these aches and pains, I'm gonna break my bones, I'm gonna have osteoporosis. Let's change that mindset and let's change it now, right? The earlier the better that we can change this. Okay, our bodies can change, but it's still a choice, right? You make that choice, and so your choice matters now, not tomorrow, not, oh, I should have did it when I was younger. Today, it matters today. Okay, so just a quick note, this is general education. It is not personalized medical advice. I am an integrative health practitioner, and if you have health concerns, injuries, or existing conditions, make sure to check with your doctor before starting anything new. Okay, so why does this matter? Why does it matter that I get stronger, especially as women? Like, why does it matter? I don't like, right? Well, as women, especially during perimenopause and menopause, bone health becomes a major issue. Okay, so perimenopause can be the ages between like 35 to 45 is like perimenopause. Okay. Um, and it can be a little bit longer, it can start a little bit sooner. It's different for every person. But as your during perimenopause, your estrogen declines. And while your estrogen declines, your bone density, it decreases even more rapidly because your estrogen is going down. So more rapidly than your estrogen going down, your bone density is going down, which like, oh my gosh. So estrogen and our bone density, they are connected. Okay. So our bodies automatically decline in estrogen as we hit perimenopause, and then our bone density decreases even faster. Okay, so we lose a significant amount of density as we age. And here's the scary part. Okay, poor bone health doesn't usually show up until later in life, but it starts earlier. Right. So it's starting at the age of 35, but you may not notice that your bone density is so weak until you're like 60 or 70 years old. But you can start now. That's the good news. You can start earlier. You can start at any time, okay? Um, so a fall, that like a minor fall, right? You just fall and you need to catch yourself. That can become life-changing. If your bone density is so weak, it's so you don't have the strong bone density that you need, right? That can be life-changing. It can actually, as when you're older, it can actually cause death, right? Or your life will just never be the same. You're in the bed all the time. You need people to take care of you. So a minor fall when you're older is huge. And to be honest, like, I don't wanna be like that. I don't know about you, right? So I'm gonna start now taking care of my bone health, which means strengthening my body. Okay. So after like a serious bone related energy and injury, many people don't even recover to their previous level of independence. So you need people to take care of you. That's why prevention matters. It's not just bones. The number one killer of women is your heart disease, right? So I said that heart disease is the number one killer. And when we talk about fitness, we're not just talking about how you look. Okay. A lot of people think like, oh, I'm going to bulk up if I lift weights or I want to look this way. No, let's shift that mindset. Let's shift that focus to I'm working out so that I can be healthier. I'm working out so that my bones can be stronger when I'm older. I'm going to live a healthy lifestyle. I am doing this cardiovascular workout so that my heart can get stronger. So I'm not a statistic in the number one cause of death for women is heart disease. Like we're just let's not be mobile, right? We don't want to stay mobile. We want to move. I want to stay independent. I want to stay alive, right? And I want to not just alive. I want to be alive. Like I want to be around. I want to be healthy. I want to be alive and enjoying my life. Okay. So some common mistakes when it comes to working against what things that we do that work against bone health and our overall health. Okay. These things can be for not eating enough for a long period of time, right? We or the chronic skinny culture habits, right? So we grew up thinking I need to be skinny. These things need to like everyone needs to be skinny, right? That's like our mindset that we see these on TV, we saw magazines, like growing up, that was like our mentality. And that means what? Eating less and maybe doing more cardio instead of weights. Um, nicotine use. Some people use nicotine to have that skinny vibe, or just they're just into nicotine, which that can be extremely harmful to bone health. Long-term inactivity, so you're just stagnant, you sit a lot, you don't move, you don't go for a walk after you eat, just different things. Sometimes certain autoimmune conditions can actually affect your bone density. Okay. And one of the biggest myths is so I didn't start younger, it's too late now. No, we need to get out of that mindset today. Okay. And I don't care if you're 80. There was a study done of like 59-year-old men that were in nursing homes, unable to get out of chairs, right? They were sitting in chairs and they slowly incorporated some sort of activity and they like lived longer, they were happier, they had less joint pain. Like, oh my gosh, these I'm 90 years old and I'm in so much pain. I would hate that. And now I'm doing these things and my pain is gone. My pain is going away. Now it's different for everyone, right? But the point is you can have a life, right? Even if I'm in my chair, I can still do some weights. I can feel so much better, right? Like, that is the point of this. I wanna feel good. I wanna live long. I wanna be healthy. I wanna be there. I wanna be not a burden for my children in a bed, like, "Hey, can you help me get onto the toilet or off of the toilet?" Or you're like, "I don't wanna be like that." Okay? Like, for a long period of time. I wanna live. I want to live. So the 5 steps to starting from 0, the first one is walk. Okay? So if you're starting from the couch and being stagnant, the first thing is to do is to walk. For 7 days, I want you to walk every day. Okay? Just go for a walk. Start there. That's it. No complicated plan, no gym membership. Just go for a walk for 7 days. Let's do this for 7 days. Make it like 10 minutes to 20 minutes of a walk. I don't care when, make time for your day in your day. Okay? So that's where you start. The goal is not perfection, it's to be consistent. Okay, it helps build momentum. By day 7, you're like, okay, now I have to do this on day 8, right? This is like we're building habits, like one of the videos I just created and posted on here. You need to start small, creates a habit, habits create lifestyle, lifestyle creates results. Okay, so that's where we go. We start with walking. We're gonna walk every day. We're gonna start 7 days, but we're gonna keep going, right? It's going to build momentum and you're going to love it. Step 2, add strength training. So it's up to you. You do not have to do it every day, but let's do 2 days a week. Let's start there. Okay, so this could be body weight squats. So you're just going to stand up and do some squats. Push-ups against the wall, right? Wall push-ups. You don't have to go crazy for strength training in the beginning. You're just starting out. Give yourself the grace. Okay? You're not going to pick up those 30-pound dumbbells and do squats, right? We're going to start with our body weight and move up from there slowly. You got this. Like by a year, maybe you'll be picking up those 20-pound dumbbells and doing those squats, right? But you're staying consistent. You're not going to do 2 this week and then think in a year I can pick up 20-pound dumbbells and do squats. No, you're going to do two days a week consistently. Okay, you're going to build. You maybe chairs, sit and stands, right? Just sit in your chair, stand in your chair, sit in your chair, stand in your chair. Okay. It is so important. That helps. That helps with mobility. That helps with so much. It helps your strength. Light dumbbells. Use light dumbbells. 3, 5 pounds. Start there. Maybe you don't have dumbbells. Start with a can of soup, right? I'm sure you got a can of soup or a can of beans or something in your cupboard. Go get that. You don't need to go buy some dumbbells. Okay. Resistance bands. If you have resistance bands, sometimes those are helpful. Hanging in the door, use it on your arms, whatever it may be. Okay. I want you to start something strength wise. That's after the 7 days and only do it. You can do 2 days a week, right? 2 sessions per week can make a big difference. You do not need to be intense. You need to be consistent. So keep going, right? Don't stop. Okay. Um, why does strength training matter? Okay, so I've said this before. It supports your bone density. It builds muscle, which muscle is something that we need as we age. It improves your metabolism, protects your joints. So as you're doing those exercises, it protects your joints. It makes everyday life so much easier. It does, right? And if you've never tried it, try it, and then let me know. And let me know if I'm wrong, okay? It can make carrying groceries so much easier and not harder, okay? Step 3 is to retrain your balance. Balance is so important. So this is something that my clients think are silly sometimes, but balance is a skill, okay? It's something that we lose if we don't practice. So we need to practice it, okay? So standing on one leg for 10 to 30 seconds, okay? Do this while you are brushing your teeth, okay? You're supposed to brush for 1 whole minute. Brush, the bottom, or you're supposed to brush for 2 minutes, right? So brush the bottom for a minute. See if you can, how long you can last on one foot while you brush the bottom. Switch to the other foot while you brush the top. See how long you can last. Okay. That is amazing and it helps so much. What does it help? It helps prevent falls because you're more balanced. You've been working on your balance. It improves your coordination. It builds confidence and it strengthens your stabilizing muscles. Okay. Which helps with the balance and not falling and all of that. Right. So we have strong stabilizing muscles that help us in these moments where we might fall. Okay. Falls are not just accidents. They can actually be turning points in our lives. Okay. Step 4 is to stretch. We want to keep our joints moving. Joints, we want to keep them moving. Okay. Mobility actually matters as you age. It matters all the time. But as you age, it gets a little bit harder to be more mobile, right? You don't need to become a yoga instructor. You don't need to do yoga. You just need your joints to move. Okay. So focus on shoulders, hips, ankles, your spine. Just do some stretching and mobility work. There's lots of mobility, stretching and different things on YouTube. Search hip mobility and see what comes up. Do that one day. The next day, try ankle mobility, try spine mobility, or stretching, whatever words you want to use. Stretching, mobility, it's all of the same, okay? So a few minutes a day can actually help maintain movement and reduce stiffness in the joints and in the body, okay? Because strength without mobility doesn't really feel good, Okay, you're strong, but you can't really move very much. Okay. Number 5, train your heart. So, like I said, cardio isn't punishment. I do not like cardio myself. I hate cardio, to be honest. If I could lift weights every day and just do that and some mobility, I would be just fine. Cardio is not my thing, but knowing that heart disease is the number one killer of women, and I am a woman, like I'm going to do what I can to not die of heart disease. Okay. It protects your heart when you do cardio. Okay. So after your walk, right? uh, This, these steps 1 through 5 are going to take a while to get through. Okay. They'll probably get to step 5 by the end of a month. Okay. So after your walk, you're going to add a short burst of something for 30 seconds. So that can be a 30-second sprint, and then you're going to fully recover. And then you're going to do that 4 times. That is so helpful for your cardiovascular fitness and your heart. Okay. You're working your heart, you're pumping your heart, you're working it. Does it have to be sprints? No, it does not. It can be kettlebell swings, something that is getting your heart pumping fast. Okay, that's what we want. Remember, heart disease is a major threat to women, and this matters. Okay, we need to shift our mindset, right? We're not going to just change, but our mindset needs to change too in order for all of this to happen. Okay, when you're younger, it's easier to think my decisions right now won't matter later. It's so easy to think that, even at this age, right? In our mid 30s, late 30s, early 40s, we're like, what I'm doing now is not going to matter when I'm 90 years old. Well, it does, right? Your decisions now matter when you're 90, matter when you're 80, right? They matter, especially with our hormones, our decreased estrogen and bone density. It is so important. Okay. So every walk, every strength training session, every healthy meal, every cigarette that you avoid, every time that you choose movement over just sitting and being stagnant, it all compounds over time and it makes a massive difference. And if you're older and you're watching this message is for you too. Okay. Your body can still adapt. Like I said about those 90-year-old men in the wheelchair, your body can adapt to things. So it may be a little bit more harder, right? It may take a little bit more work, but you can get there. Your body can still improve and you can still get stronger. That's the awesome thing about our bodies. Okay. So if you're waiting for the perfect moment, right now is the time. Now is the time to start. Start small, start messy, start slow, just start. Okay, so today is the day you're going to start. You don't need, it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter your fitness level. It's not, oh, you've gone too far, right? There's no too far. Let's just start. Um, we're getting stronger stops being possible. Your future body will thank you. And I promise you that your future body will love you for doing anything healthy and starting today. Go for that walk. Okay. I will see you in the next video. Have a good one.